Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Eat Well for Better Health, Healthy Aging Awareness Month. Living my best life at every stage and every age. All right, so today is September the 8th, 2022, and our concerns are about getting older. We're going to talk about diet, memory, sleepless nights, and loss of friends. And for the month of September, we are only having 2 sessions. Today is the first, and our second session is going to be September the 29th, which is always on a Thursday, starting at 11 o'clock. And we have a wellness workshop. We have a guest speaker, Elaine Lacey, and she is a registered nurse, and she is also a health and wellness coach. You don't want to miss that because it's going to be all with you in mind. So we hope that you will join us on the next date. And thank you for being here today. Today's moderator is yours truly, Shirley Mims. I'm the Community Relations and Special Projects Director for Advocates for Community Wellness, and I am also on the board. I am a board member, and I'm delighted to be a part of this team. Next, we have our founder and executive director, Del Payne, for Abso Delicious Eat Well for Better Health. She's the project manager as well. Del is a professional nutrition specialist. She is a cooking coach, plant-based nutrition. She is also a plant-based nutrition program certified. And she also has over 18 years of work experience in the health promotion and disease prevention sector. And she is a former Illinois State Cooking Matters Program coordinator for a National Nutrition Education and Cooking Program for children and families. All right, so now I'm introducing you to meet our wellness team for Abso Delicious Eat Well for Better Health, Advocates for Community Wellness. All right, which is a community-based nonprofit organization. Of course, we have our leader, founder and executive, Del Payne. We have Regina Hopkins. She is the Director of Health Education Program Manager. We have Sharia Moore Houston, who is on the line and assisting us. Thank you so much. She is the Community Engagement Coordinator, and yours truly, Shirley Mims, Community Relations and Special Projects Director. So I call us the Fabulous Four, and we're glad to be working together because for things to happen, you have to have a good team. And we're grateful for all of those that play a role in these programs that we're presenting to you. All right, a little bit about Advocates. Advocates for Community Wellness is an A4CW. It is a faith-based, non-denominational, holistic health promotion and nutrition education ministry without the walls. And we bring you wellness programs, and we try to bring them to the community where you live, where you work, learn, shop, play, and worship. It is our goal to be an international health promotion and restoration of health ministry. That is our goal. That's a big goal. International? Oh, yes. We focus on providing information, educating, promoting health, nutrition, healthy cooking classes, wellness program, and teaching the relationship between diet, health, and chronic diseases. So Abso Delicious is our program, and they have a mission. And here is the mission: improving eating habits for healthier lifestyles to increase longevity and quality of life. Because what we put on our plates really does matter, whether you want to think that or not, because whatever you're eating is going inside, and sometimes it may not be something we should have. So we have some goals to help us with this, to reach our mission: to increase consumption of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and decrease consumption of animal protein, to encourage a more nutrition-rich diet plan for better health, and to reduce risk factors of chronic diseases and illnesses, and finally, to obtain a healthier weight through consumption of plant-based nutrition. So those are our goals for this program. Disclaimer, waiver, and consent. Some of you may have saw this and some of you may have not. But we know that Advocates for Community Wellness programs here are for educational purposes only. We ask that all of the meals that we are featuring here that the chef will be preparing, it may be something that you know that you should not have, then you would have to modify your recipe as needed. And then all of our Zoom sessions are recorded. So upon joining the meeting, all participants' videos and audios are turned off for privacy, and you can turn them on at your discretion. So we ask that if you acknowledge those that are on the floor, if you have a question, you can put it in the chat, unless you're given a direct question from the chef or whoever is on the floor at that time. We want to respect each other's seat so that things will run smoothly. The biblical reference, elderly people. Well, that's me. So I'm going to read this. Even when I am old and gray, do not forsake me, my God, till I declare your power to the next generation, your mighty acts to all who are to come. Psalm 71:18, and that's the NI version. So, you know, I'm thinking about this because I do have gray hair. And I'm asking the Lord, don't leave me, because I want to declare my power to my children, to my grandchildren, to the young, to the youth, and your mighty acts to all who are to come. That is the future. So I want you all to listen to when I read that, kind of, you know, think about those things and put your thoughts into place on what this biblical reference means to you. But I do have the gray, and I don't want the Lord to forsake me now, because I really do need him, and I want to continue to give my powers to the next generation. Amen. All right, we're moving right along. Presenters and the agenda. Today we have Chef Karen Crawford Moore, our culinary experience. We do have a change today. We're doing a little different with our menu and what she's going to be preparing. So what you see on the screen will not be done today, but what she is doing, you will get a copy of that, and you will see what that is when she comes on. Del Kane, our nutritionist, she's going to do a short piece here about the mind diet and does it work? Wow. And then next, yours truly, Shirley Mims, lifetime discussion. Not mealtime, ladies and gentlemen, but lifetime, because our life is on the line, okay? And then I am going to speak on the diet, memory, sleepless nights, which I did have last night, by the way, and loss of friends. So that is what is on the table today. And we're grateful to present these to you. So this is not going to be what the chef will be cooking today, but she's got something good in mind. You're going to love it. So here we now have Karen Crawford Moore. All right, I am going to introduce a very good friend of mine that I have grown to just totally respect. You know, when you meet someone, you don't really know them, but as time goes along, you do. So Karen has more than 20 years. She has worked in the culinary industry. She is the founder and the owner of TLC Personal Chefing, right? She went to Robert Morris College Institute of Culinary Arts, and my son went to the same school. All right, she has taught various group community cooking classes from ages 4 to adulthood. Oh my. And over the past 10 years, Karen has served in-home clients with special dietary needs and regimens. All right. Karen specializes in bringing the restaurant experience into people's homes. Such a well-rounded background. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you none other than our featured chef, Karen Crawford Moore. All right, Karen, you're on.
Well, I feel like a good morning, everybody, and I feel like a superstar. Shirley, I'm taking you on the road with me. That's all I got to say.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
So it's great to be before you, and I really don't have a whole lot more to say. She said pretty much my whole bio there, and I thank you for that. So I'm here with you today, and we are, as Shirley mentioned, talking about the mind diet. And so this recipe highlights a lot of those key elements of the mind diet. So one of those elements is olive oil, as the preferred fat to use to cook with. So we'll be using some olive oil. Nuts, raw nuts. These are raw walnuts, and they have those wonderful omega-3 fatty acids in them. And berries. Berries is another feature of the Mind Diet. These are strawberries. And I also have some blackberries that I'll be using in a few minutes. So all the berries are good. They're, they have a low glycemic index. They don't spike your blood sugar like some of the other more sugary fruits that we like to gravitate towards, like pineapple. So those are good fruit choices for us. And then agave nectar, and then whole grains. That's another big element of the Mind Diet. So this is, I originally was going to use bulgur, and I had difficulty finding bulgur. I went to 2 stores and couldn't find any bulgur. So this is called Pharaoh, and it is also a wheat product, and it looks, what does it look like? Maybe a little bit like oatmeal or steel cut oats. It kind of looks like steel cut oats. You can see that. And then this is, let me show you what it looks like cooked. And this cooked in about 10 minutes, so about the same time as rice, but this is a whole grain as opposed to using white rice. So a better option for us. And so I cooked this for about 10 minutes, and then I put it in a bowl and let it chill down because that's going in our salad. And then also, speaking of salad, this is baby spinach. So this is, of course, a dark leafy green vegetable. That's another main element of the Mind Diet. Lots of leafy, dark leafy lettuces and greens. So that's going to be the base for our salad. So this is, originally I called it spinach, bulgur, and strawberry salad, but I guess today it's the spinach, Pharaoh, and strawberry salad with a blackberry vinaigrette. So let's get started. So here's in my blender, and I think you could use a blender, you could use a food processor, you could even use like one of the mini blenders to puree this salad up, this dressing. So I'm gonna start with about a cup of fresh blackberries that I've rinsed. And then I have about 2 tablespoons of raw agave nectar. I'm gonna add that. And then this is actually, and this is kind of hard to find, but I really like this. This is by Alessi. This is a raspberry infused vinegar. But you can use white wine vinegar, you could use red wine vinegar, you could use balsamic, whatever you like. But I found this morning in my pantry, so I thought this would be great. So this is about half a cup of that. So I'm gonna pulse these 3 things together first, and then I'm gonna add olive oil. I'm gonna make just a little bit of noise for a few minutes. And you see this is now, everything's blended in here. I just wanted you to see that. So now, and most of your blenders, the top works like this. Yeah, I'm gonna remove the centerpiece, put the top back on. And I'm gonna turn the blender back on, and then I'm gonna add my oil. That way it emulsifies, that's the fancy word for it, but it blends together without separating. Well, eventually they all separate, but it'll stay together long enough for me to get through this. So here we go. All right. So as you can see, everything is one cohesive, incorporated dressing. So I'm going to put that to the side for now. And now back to our salad. So here's our base. This is the baby spinach. Then I'm going to add my bulgur. I'm sorry, it's not bulgur, it's Pharaoh. But, and I would encourage you to experiment with these different grains instead of using rice all the time, especially white rice. Try brown rice, try wild rice, try, a whole grain is the one of the key elements here. So I'm gonna spoon some of this in the middle. So now I'm going to arrange my strawberries. These are fresh strawberries that I've quartered. Nobody's heard of Pharaoh. Has anyone had or heard of Pharaoh before? Okay, doesn't sound like it, but
Not before, Chef. I have not.
Yeah, the first time I heard about Pharaoh was maybe 10 plus years ago from Martha Stewart, when she, I think this was when she still had her show on one, I can't remember, was it PBS or which channel it used to be on, but yeah, I caught her watching this. And she had, Russell Simmons was on, and Russell Simmons is a vegetarian. So she, was trying to do, this wonderful, plant-based meal. So she used, Pharaoh was one of the ingredients she used. I'll never forget that. So, so we have our Pharaoh, we have our strawberries, and then I have walnut. I'm just gonna sprinkle those around. And again, we this is one of the better nuts because of those wonderful omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, so so another thing about Pharaoh. Okay, so here's the package. I wanted you all to see this. I found this at Jewel. This is their brand, their organic line called O Organics, and it is in the same aisle as the rice. So when you're looking for these other grains, that's probably where they'll be. They'll be with the rice. Pharaoh, that's with the rice. Quinoa is with the rice. Couscous, bulgur, if they had it, would have been with the rice probably also. So so that's what the package looks like at Jewel. So there you have it. And then I'm gonna add my blackberry vinaigrette. It almost looks like a smoothie. It looks really red. So there you have, and I'm going to try to give you like a little overhead shot here. That's better. Okay.
Looks good.
All right. Now we need a protein. So the Mind diet talks about focuses on like poultry, fish, especially the fishes rich in that omega oil, like such as salmon, tuna. Because this is a plant-based program, we flipped the script a little bit. So I was able to find this. This is called Gardein, and it is a plant-based fish fillet. I've never seen this before. And unlike a lot of the plant-based chicken products that I've looked at, this is reasonably healthy. There's only 1 gram of saturated fat. There's 3.5 grams of polyunsaturated fat. There's 0 cholesterol, and there's 360 milligrams of sodium. So, and there's 12 grams of carbohydrate. So a lot more reasonable than nutrition-wise than a lot of the plant-based chicken products out there. So that's where, and you can find it in the frozen section with the other plant-based foods. Okay, so here I have the cooked fish, plant-based fish. And it looks like, you know, Gordon's fish sticks or fish patties, kind of. It crisps up pretty nice, and it held together nicely. And so that's what it looks like. Okay. So, I mean, you really could fool somebody and say, hey, you know, I have some breaded fish fillets. Would you like some? And you'd probably be none the wiser. And you could probably serve this with, you know, a tartar sauce. You can make a like a vegan tartar sauce with the veganese, and this is just coming to me just as I'm speaking here, but so you could take, you know, chopped pickle, a little lemon juice, some veganese, maybe a dash of cayenne pepper as a condiment to go with this. And wait, who is this? I have a guest in my kitchen. Who are you? You want to introduce yourself?
I am the taster. I am the taster. Hello, everyone. So good to see everybody. All right, I need a fork, chef.
You need a fork, right?
I need a fork. You know, I said I was going to design something that we could all taste it, but right now I'm just working on a product to make sure I can taste it, and then once I get it perfected, then I'm going to invite all you guys in. All right, so let's see what this tastes like. This is the fish that she put, and you put this in the oven for how long?
About 14 minutes.
Okay, so let's just
14,
see.
16, and it's smoking.
You know what, that tastes like chicken almost.
It tastes more like chicken.
It's really good though.
They say everything tastes like chicken.
It tastes like chicken. That's what they say about everything. They say that about rabbit. They say that about not bad. Well, you know, you got that salad over there. You need to let me taste that. I'm tasting this for the whole audience now.
Right. Okay, let's get some salad going.
Yeah, we got
salad.
salad on that plate. I'm gonna represent you all very well. All right, I'm not gonna leave anybody out, and we appreciate you coming in today. And so I want to taste everything because you know, we don't eat something we don't really like, but this is really good. All right, look at that beautiful salad. Lord have mercy. Hold me back.
All right. Give it a taste.
All right. So
Give it a
now we're gonna
taste.
set that plate down, and now I'm gonna pick this plate up. All right. Now I love the strawberries. They look. This is really pretty.
Shirley,
Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, before you dive in, I was wondering if we can have the filet maybe on top of and take a picture, a screenshot. Oh, you can do it afterwards. You can find it afterwards.
They haven't been
Okay.
bitten into. I'll make sure
Mm.
I take pictures with and without.
All right, you all. It's making me move now. It's
Okay.
going on.
It's helping,
And
it's helping your joints.
Yeah. And I need that, you know. It's
So
helping
it's
my
a thumbs up.
man diet. This is beautiful. All right, to all my
What do you
friends
think-
out
what do you
there,
think of that dressing?
the dressing I really like.
Good.
You know
All
what?
right.
I like it so much. Excuse me, you all. I need to add just a little drop. So I'm a dressing lady, so I gotta put just a little bit on there.
Oh, we're
A
kind of
little bit more.
I
right,
know
we are.
that.
We definitely are. So now I really want to get a real good taste of this because, you know, I'm gonna make this one here. Let me say that dressing. Oh my God, it's really good. It's really good. This is a really light meal,
Right,
and that doesn't crowd the mind.
right.
You know, because
And
you know,
Shirley, they said they were supposed to have a warm couple of weeks. This September is supposed to be one of the warmest on record, so not too late to have a lighter lunch or dinner with a
okay.
meal like this.
All right, hold right there. I gotta get something. Don't go. I'm coming right back into the picture because this was a gadget I was supposed to come in. All right, so all right, sir. It's a speaker. You know, Jeff, it's been a pleasure. Everything's good, and we appreciate you.
Thank you so much,
All right,
Shirley.
you're welcome.
Chef Taster.
Oh, baby. There I
That's your
am.
new name.
All right,
That's
so
my
God
new
bless
name
you.
for you.
Now I have to go back to my other seat, but we're glad the chef was here. This was beautiful, and I'm glad that I was able to be the taster for today.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe next time it might be you. All right,
Okay.
you can round it up, chef. 'Cause I gotta head on out now.
All
I
right.
wanna thank Shirley.
Thanks for visiting my kitchen, Shirley.
Yes. I want to thank Shirley for opening up her home. As you know, we've been trying different locations and just to change up things a little bit to keep the program fresh. And Shirley opened up her home to do this cooking demonstration. And she finally did create something where she can taste, that she can taste the food. Okay. I guess my kitchen may be next. I don't know. But I don't have an island. But thank you, Karen. All right.
Thank you, yes, and thank you, Shirley, for opening up your home. Yes, it's been a pleasure.
So the next one, I think the mind diet. All right. And Dale Kane is going to be the presenter for this. All right, Dale, you can just take it away.
So I'm going to ask the audience to bear with me a little bit. We did do a test trial on how to pull up the video so it goes smoothly.
The Mind diet is a hybrid of the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet. The Mediterranean diet is basically a diet that focuses on non-processed foods. The DASH diet is specifically for hypertension, which is high blood pressure. The reason for the Mind diet is to focus on the brain. It's to reduce your chance of getting brain conditions such as Alzheimer's. The Mind diet has a beneficial food list of beans, berries, fish, nuts and seeds, olive oil, poultry, vegetables, wine, and whole grains. What you should avoid on the Mind diet is butter and margarine, cheeses, fast food, fried food, pastries, red meats, and sweets. Now here are some important points with the Mind diet. It's said that you should eat a salad every day. One thing that I find much easier for my patients to do is have a superfood smoothie every day. It's easier and they like it better than eating a salad every day. You're supposed to get 3 servings of whole grains every day. That means unprocessed whole grains every day. When you snack, you should snack on nuts. As far as alcohol is concerned, you can have 1 glass of wine per day. You're supposed to eat berries and poultry twice a week. You're supposed to eat fish 1 time per week. One of the things that's been hard to follow through on the MIND diet for a lot of people is eating a salad every day. Now, I personally love salads, but a lot of people don't like salads and they don't want to eat them every day. How you can still eat your fruits and vegetables and eat the superfoods that help your brain is do it in a superfood smoothie. I have a list, I'll include the link here, of superfood smoothies that specifically have fruits and vegetables in them that help the brain. I hope you enjoyed these videos and start drinking a superfood smoothie every day in addition to or in place of that salad, and you're going to see some better results.
The MIND diet, there was just a 2-minute video just to give you an overview what the MIND diet is. And I'm going to go into a little summary and a little more detail. The one thing before I get into it is that I want to say that the MIND diet is a diet that helps to delay progressive mental deterioration in older people. And it has been recognized throughout the history, actually. It was actually founded, well, the MIND diet was created, I could say, from a medical doctor here in Chicago at Rush. She had a team. And in fact, it was Dr. Martha Claire Morris at the Rush University. And they had did some, well, prior to that, there was a German physician that actually had identified doing autopsies on people and identified that in the brain cells, they had noticed a collection of abnormalities in the brain. They found that on the fiber of it's not the fiber, but on the nerves in the brains, there was plaque wrapped around in the fibrous manner around the brain cells. And they contribute that as contributing towards Alzheimer's disease. And that's how it was discovered. And so fast forward, Dr. Morris, they were just doing a study. In fact, Rush has a great brain health department there. Johnny is one of our participants. She often shares that her mother was a participant there at a study that they're still currently doing, just people who are experiencing dementia and Alzheimer's, and is helping them to understand it, but also helping to provide some help as a resolution towards either slowing it down or even possibly sometime in the future to reverse it. So with the MIND diet, it stands for Mediterranean I'm sorry, intervention for neurodegenerative delay. That's the acronym for the MIND diet. So it's a hybrid of the Mediterranean and the DASH diet. The DASH diet is a dietary approach to stop hypertension diets. And the study has found that people who ate more of the MIND diet foods had less risk of Alzheimer's disease. And people who followed the diet moderately, their risk for Alzheimer's disease reduced by 35%. And those who followed it closely, strictly, reduced their risk by 53%. The MIND diet is a recommendation of 15 items, 15 food items. And so there's 10 things to do, 10 things that we want you to do. And there's 5 things we want you to reduce or limit. we live in the real world, and coming from the diets that we've grown up with and foods that we love, very few of us is going to be, 100% if one decide to embrace this diet. It's going to be 100% on it. So the best thing that we can ask you to do is to reduce or limit. And we are providing a formula for you. So the 10 things is they want you to eat leafy green vegetables, and the amount of the leafy green vegetables is recommended at least 1 serving a day. And this is minimum, 1 serving of green leafy vegetables. And it could be any kind, spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, mustard greens, any kind of, and just 1. So a serving consists of 1 cup of raw, or if it's cooked, it'll be a ½ cup. And then the second thing is that they want you to eat a day 1 serving of other vegetables. It's called other vegetables. And these are vegetables with color. And they're considered to be, we want you to focus on non-starchy vegetables to eat a day, at least 1. 5 servings of nuts a week, and that's a handful of nuts, 5 days. I keep nuts in my house. And it's only a handful. Did I say a day? I meant a week. And the best way that I can eat them is with my morning cereal, or I'll eat it as a snack. And sometimes if I'm eating a fruit like a banana, I'll get like a little handful of nuts to go along with it. The next thing is that we want to eat 2 or more servings of berries a week. And particularly, they advocated for strawberries and blueberries in particular, because they have some of the highest antioxidants in it. And then beans, at least 3 servings a week of beans. And I have to do, on a personal level, I have to do a better job at adding more beans to my diet. The formula is now, when we get to the animal protein on the MIND diet, but we know that we can substitute some things if you're a vegan and a strict vegetarian, is that it's only 1 serving of fish and 2 servings of poultry a week. That's a week. So that means that mostly you're eating plant-based. And that's where we can get that protein into our diet. Yes, we can occasionally use plant-based protein alternatives, but we should not create our whole meal plan around eating plant-based for every meal, because it is highly processed, and we want to reduce the amount of processed foods that we do eat, but we can eat it occasionally. And then a lot of discussions around oils, but they do advocate for olive oil. But how to use the olive oil, as you noted here, is for cooking, let me add, in low temperature, not when you see your olive oil burning, that's overheating it, or you can use it in your salad dressing. As a tip that I do, if I'm using olive oil, and I do occasionally use it like 3 times a week, I try to keep my oil and fat content very low, is that I will add the oil. Let's say that I'm cooking something and I want a little olive oil. I don't cook with the olive oil. After the dish is done, then I add the olive oil. So I'm letting the heat of the food to warm the olive oil. And then the last one for the 10 things to do is they do advocate for wine, red wine, and 1 glass a day, and the amount is 5 ounces. But what I do, I very rarely drink. If I do, it's just around the holiday, and my preference would be red wine. But during the course of the day, I drink pomegranate juice, and I drink grape juice. So you can have your wine without the alcohol added to it. Okay. And the 5 things that we want you to limit is red meat. And here, like I said, we live in the real world. Our program is embracing plant-based, reducing and limiting animal protein. But if you have to eat the red meat, less than 4 servings a week. And I would really advocate only once a week, personally. Butter and margarine, here again, the guideline is 1 teaspoon. Because remember, what they found in the brain was the plaque, and it was a fatty substance. And in nutrition and even the course that I got my certification, one of my certification in, it was for the plant-based movement, nutrition movement. It was created by a cardiologist that was going to be his own patient. It was going to be a patient in his own hospital from heart disease. And then he switched gears and he opted out not having it, and he approached a plant-based diet with reducing the oil and reducing the salt. And he avoided the very harmful invasive surgery. And you can read about him too on the internet. Maybe I'll pull one of his videos up. But lastly, we want to reduce the sweets, pastries, 5 servings a week, and then fried or fast food, no more than 1 serving a week. And 1 serving is 1 food, not 1 meal, but 1 serving. It's like, as 1 serving is for the fast food or fried food. Okay. And that's my presentation on the MIND diet. There's a lot that you can pull up on the internet. Just Google, in Google University, we call it, just Google the MIND diet. And there's a lot of very interesting articles as well as videos. And next, Shirley is coming back on. She's going to lead us in our lifetime discussion, concerns about getting older. Shirley?
So this says lifetime discussion, concerns about getting old, and I am the presenter for today. All right, so we're going to go here. All right, first, number 1, we're going to talk about the diet. Okay, and I'm just going to briefly and give you an overview. It says people worldwide are living longer. Today, most people can expect to live into their 60s and beyond. Every country in the world is experiencing growth in both the size and the proportion of older persons in the population. So on your diet, it says, you know what a healthy plate looks like. You might remember the food pyramid, but the USDA recently unveiled a simpler way to help people see what they should really eat. So you look for, the important thing is your nutrients. Make sure you eat a variety of foods to get all the nutrients that you need. Read the nutrient fact labels, and then use the recommended servings. And then you need to stay hydrated. All right. Number 2 is your memory loss. All right, so here's some tips to improve that. Include physical activity in your daily routine. That's something that I need to work on. Stay mentally active. We can do crossword puzzles, physical activity, take alternate routes when driving, that helps, and learn to play a musical instrument. I'm not sure about that. Or volunteer at a local school or community organization. All right, we can socialize regularly, get organized. You're more likely to forget things if your home is cluttered and your notes are in a disarray. So you need to jot your tasks down, your appointments and other events in a special notebook or a calendar or an electronic planner. All right, so and as far as your memory, you need to sleep well. Get enough sleep is a priority. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. All right, eat a healthy diet, like eat fruits and vegetables and whole grains. Choose low-fat protein sources such as fish, beans, and skinless poultry. What you drink also makes a difference. Too much alcohol can lead to confusion and memory loss. So can drug use. Manage chronic conditions. Follow your doctor's orders for medical conditions such as depression, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, and hearing loss. The better you take care of yourself, the better your memory will be. And also, review your medications with your doctor regularly, because various medications can also affect your memory, all right? And then if you need to seek help, if you're worried about your memory loss, sometimes there's a test is needed as well. So treatment will depend on what's contributing to your memory loss. All right, next we're gonna go to number 3, sleepless nights. I didn't sleep very well last night. So here's what it says. Daytime napping. Researchers estimate that about 25% of older adults take naps, compared with about 8% of younger adults. While some experts suggest that a short daytime nap may be beneficial, many agree that extended napping and napping later in the day can make it harder to fall asleep at bedtime and create nighttime sleep disruptions. We need to exercise. Older people who exercise regularly, they fall asleep faster and they sleep longer and report better quality of sleeping. Exercise is one of the best things older people can do for their health. All right. So that is, let me see, I'm moving along here. All right, so to reduce your bedtime distractions, and sort of like, I think, I know I do this, television, cell phone, and then the bright lights can make it even more challenging to fall asleep. So I turned off the night light. Now, you know, the night light is just a tiny light, but it seemed like it was bright to me. So I just took it out of the wall because it seemed like I just couldn't go to sleep. So it says, keep the television in another room and try not to fall asleep with it turned on. More electronics are out of the bedroom, and reserve the bedroom for your sleeping and your personal time, which is the sex part. All right, we moving on. Avoid substances that discourage sleep. Substances like alcohol, tobacco, or caffeine, and even large meals late in the day can make sleep more challenging. Try quitting smoking, reduce caffeine intake, and eating dinner at least 4 hours before you go to bed. Keep a regular sleep schedule. Now, I never really thought about that. Keep a regular sleep schedule. Remember that aging makes it more difficult to recover from lost sleep. Avoid sudden changes in your sleep schedules. This means going to bed and waking up at the same time every day and being careful about napping too long. Develop a bedtime routine. Find activities that help you relax before bed. Many older people enjoy a bath, reading, or finding some quiet time before going to bed. All right. And finally, a loss of friends. Grief and sadness, losing a loved one or a close friend. With every passing year comes more responsibility. Every year passes, more responsibilities. As you grow older and life gets a little more hectic, you truly start to value the concept of time. When you manage to lock down some free time, you want to spend it with the people you're closest to and you care about most, instead of those who are simply acquaintances. Your busy schedule allows for time with your family and true friends, those who are by your side through the thick and thin, the people who make you laugh, support you, and build you up. And that is my commentary for a lifetime discussion for today. All right. I hope that there was something there, bits and pieces that you could pull out that will help you. All right. So for our September series, Living My
Just a
Best
quick
Life
review, please.
at Every Age, we ask that you join us on September the 29th at 11 o'clock. We have Elaine Lacey, who is an RN and a health and wellness coach. And her topic is going to be Restore, Revitalize, and Thrive. So please join us. We'll look forward to seeing you at that time. All right, Cherie, you want to give some information about the two programs that Advocates for Community is featuring right now?
Yes. So one of our main programs is Along the Journey Breast Cancer Awareness and Survivorship Support Program. This is a program for anyone who has been diagnosed with breast cancer, even survivors who are in the Chicagoland area, particularly in Inglewood, Auburn, Gresham, and Roseland, and some surrounding communities as well. Mainly focused on those who have been diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer, although there are some others that are in the program as well, like HER2, for example. And so this program focuses on nutritional wellness, physical wellness, and then emotional wellness and support as well. That's something that's going to be needed as people are going through their healing journey, is to have that emotional support as well. So nutritional, physical, and emotional are the focus on in this program. We completed the first cohort in June. It was very successful. We got a lot of great and positive feedback. So it is a very helpful and esteemed program. So now we are starting our second cohort this evening at 7 p.m., but we are still signing people up, and we'll be doing that for at least the next 3 weeks. We'll still be signing people up. We have 9-week sessions. We're only for about an hour and 15 minutes at the latest. So we start at 7 p.m. We go to about 8 or 8:15. And once again, this is a 9-week program. It's a free virtual course. We meet on Zoom. And that's the gist. And we would love for you, if you know someone who is diagnosed with breast cancer, family, friends, coworkers, especially even if you're, going to the hospital for other things, and how it may generate small talk with someone. Please feel free to share the program with them. They can go to A4CW.org and click on special programs and fill out a form, and we'll contact them from there and get them signed up. And it is free and open to the public, to the community. Okay.
The next program. All right, Cherie.
And then we also are releasing another program called the Well Woman Wellness Promotion Program. And this one is where we're focusing on helping to reduce the barriers that Black women have to accessing healthcare. We have our doctors and nurses and whatnot in our communities. We just have to make that connection. And sometimes there are various barriers. It could be transportation, it could be childcare, or anything of that nature that may keep people from being able to either make or keep their appointments. Even things with lack of education around the importance of certain maybe tests and things of that nature, or not trusting doctors, or whatever the case may be. So one of the things we're going to do is have workshops where we'll educate on various chronic illnesses and diseases, but also on the importance of various tests that need to be taken. So what we're doing right now, a part of the process to releasing this program, is we do have a survey that has been put out there. You can find it you can link to it on social media, Facebook and Instagram. We have links to the survey. And what we're doing is asking questions to find out where people are in their health journey in terms of what barriers you may have faced or are currently facing. That survey is for those who are ages 18 to 44 in the same communities I mentioned before, Inglewood, Auburn, Gresham, and Roseland, although we've had some in surrounding areas take that survey as well. We do have an incentive for that, a $50 gift card. We'll choose someone through a drawing. It's not for everyone, but whoever takes it can qualify for that. But that will help us to get the information we need so that we know what resources to give you to help you through your journey, and making sure that you are being able to engage in self-care and get the health support that you need in terms of healthcare.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Cherie.
You're welcome.
So we're going to learn more about our programs. You can touch bases with us on our website, our email, our address, and our phone. I'll give the phone number, 708-300-9072. We also are on Facebook, Instagram, and just show us some love and say that you like and love Advocates for Community Wellness. We are trying to get to a certain level, and we need your help to do that. We appreciate you all coming on today and sitting in and supporting the efforts. This program is basically with you in mind. We're trying to help our community, family, and friends. All right. Thank you, Dale. All right, so we always close out with a prayer, and I will do that right now. Finally, as my heart shows a little after the work of the years, May it expand in love for you and all people. May it rest secure and grateful in your loving heart until I am lost in you, completely and forever. Amen. Praise God.